Hello, my brother. Hello, my sister. My name is Dean Davis, and this is Multiply, a podcast that provides a word of encouragement for village church planters. When the Apostle Paul wrote to the Colossian Christians, he was writing to a church that was planted by his disciples. Paul did not know the members of the Colossian church personally. I'm sure there were many things he could have written as he started writing his letter to them. Paul could have started talking about himself. He could have told stories about his travels and his ministry and his apostleship. But that's not what Paul did. Paul exalted and magnified Jesus. Listen to what this model church planter said about Jesus in Colossians chapter 1. Worship the Lord with me as you hear these words about our Lord. He has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of the Son he loves, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. The Son is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. And he is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning and the firstborn from among the dead, so that in everything he might have the supremacy. For God was pleased to have all his fullness dwell in him, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether things on earth or things in heaven, by making peace through his blood shed on the cross. Paul, the church planter, understood that his job was to lift up Jesus. Paul knew that his role was to make Jesus famous. There are many wonderful truths that the apostle shared about Jesus in this passage. His role in creation, the primacy of Christ, the headship of Christ, the deity of Christ. But when you take it all in, Paul was talking about the supremacy of Christ. Paul wanted his spiritual grandchildren in Colossae to know that Christ is supreme, that Jesus is more important, more majestic, more worthy of honor than any human being. As I record these words to share with you, it is Good Friday, the day that Jesus, the firstborn over all creation, suffered and died for people like you and me who rejected him and scorned him. The one who shed his blood on the cross so that we could be reconciled to God is worthy of great glory and honor. What a privilege it is to be a church planter and to make Jesus' glorious name known. What a blessing to help others honor him as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Many temptations come to church planters. One temptation is to make our own name great. Another is to make the church we have planted famous. I'm sure Paul was tempted in those same ways too. But he overcame them by constantly giving honor to Jesus. What a great example for church planters to follow today. This is Multiply, with a word of encouragement for village church planters. Be encouraged. God is with us.